Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. We got temps on the rise ahead of the Easter egg scavenger hunts this weekend, and airports and roads all expected to be crowded as millions get ready to hit the road. So we'll get you but as we get you traveling today, there could be some issues to look at. First of all, the Southwest has been so hot. We're going to cool down a couple of degrees back to the 80s in Phoenix. But as that happens, we start to heat up across the middle of the country. So for today, we got Charlotte and Dallas in the 80s, another day in the 80s for Miami. Of course, New York, we're back to the 60s, and Chicago, we're back into the upper 60s, but with that comes a chance for thunderstorms. So this is the area we've got to look at for some tough travel as storms move into this area later today. Rain on the roads, lightning, a ponding of water, and some of these heavier downpours. The main risk across this area, I-35, you're in it, I-80, I-70, all in that same area. Now look at Saturday. A lot of the same spots, still finding some active weather right here in parts of the upper Midwest, right back down into the plains. Saturday is the day we could see possible severe weather. You see this red zone actually encompasses a good chunk of I-35 from Kansas right up through parts of Missouri, Iowa, even into southern Minnesota and even Wisconsin. We got the chance for storms, hail, damaging winds, the main threat, isolated tornado risk. That's not very high, but rain nonetheless for travelers is always a hazard. Wet roads are slick, and so that's going to be a concern for travel on your Saturday. On Easter Sunday, everything spreads out. The front stretches all the way from Texas right up here into the Northeast, so we will see rain out ahead of that, and we'll see showers out there on roads across western New York, I-90, the New York State Thruway, Pennsylvania Turnpike. The western end of it will be wet. The Ohio Turnpike, even the Indiana Toll Road, all going to find some rain on your Easter Sunday, and a lot of roads here across the southern plains and the lower Mississippi River Valley too. We'll see some showers and possible thunderstorms moving in. Now, I-95 in the east looks great for most of the day. Top end of it into Maine, we may get some showers there by the end of the day. And it's really, for a lot of you, it's by the afternoon into the evening. Your way home from Easter, that will be wet. So watching for some reduced visibility anywhere we got some heavier rainfall. And of course, if it rains heavy, you'll have some ponding of water on the roadways. We stay dry all day in D.C. and great weather in the morning if you're going to the Easter sunrise service at the Lincoln Memorial. They're expecting thousands of people here. The metro doesn't start running until 7 o'clock. Weather looks great, but the service starts at 6:30. So as you get there in the morning, temps will be in the mid-60s. Make sure you have a way to get there and, of course, find parking to be there in time for the service. All right, let's talk. Very interestingly, was one of only two severe weather reports from yesterday. There was one over in the Northwest, but other than that, there was nothing else that came out of the plains but that one tornado report, and it was caught on camera, as you saw. So we take a look at April, and the average in April is 85 reports per day. But that's, of course, when you look at the month of a whole and you just average it out day by day. We've had a couple of busy days. You go back here the first week of April, but this week really has not been very busy since Sunday. So as we get into today and into tomorrow and into this coming Sunday, we want to talk about that risk of severe storms and adding to those counts. So for today, we're going to see another lee-side low-pressure system develop. We'll see, of course, more moisture getting pumped right back into this area. That's not changed, right? You get a little break for a day, but other than that, that's been a pretty consistent pattern here. We'll see that low and that front continue to draw east and up to the north. And this one, again, goes pretty far north. All of our energy is way up high right across the U.S.-Canadian border. So that's where the jet stream energy is. That's where the steering currents are. So that's where our storms are going to go. So we see rain and possible storms going all the way up into Minnesota and Wisconsin by tonight. Chicago, by the end of the day, we could see more showers moving in here, and same thing across lower Michigan for you as well. Des Moines, we've got thunderstorm possibilities coming our way. Midday, lunch hour, thunderstorms in the forecast coming in, and then leaving us by afternoon. Your evening actually looks just fine here. Temperatures are going to be about near 70 degrees. Then we take it up into Chicago, where we've got thunderstorms coming in after the dinner hour. It's really this evening. It's your Friday night in Chicago that you have to deal with some thunderstorms, and we are watching that chance for these continuing into the overnight, wrapping up before your Saturday morning. Then we get into tomorrow, and it's another round of active weather that we will see. So now we've got our front, we've got some energy. Again, a lot of the energy is farther north when it comes to jet stream energy. So we're watching Des Moines, we've got Omaha in the red zone, Kansas City and Wichita, a large area out here that has the chance of thunderstorms. It is possible that we could see damaging winds as well as some large hail with some of these thunderstorms. Kansas City for us, we've got to look at that chance coming in in on Friday, but especially on Saturday and Saturday night is when you have a better chance of seeing showers and possible thunderstorms. All right, let's go coast to coast right now, and we start with your weather headlines. And did you guys see the new solar roof shingles that Tesla is making? They haven't put out a price yet on it, but I'm very interested to see. It's basically a whole roof that will be solar panels, so it's not like those big solar panels like you saw on the top of the coal mining museum. Interesting. We'll see. More to come on that. All right, let's talk what you got going on in the Northeast today. Temperature-wise, we are warming up. That's a trend we will keep on going through the weekend. So today, warmer than yesterday, and we've got temperatures that are heading up to the mid-60s. New York, upper 60s. Philly, D.C. will hit 71, 70 in Pittsburgh. Here we go in Buffalo. You guys actually see the biggest difference from yesterday to today. We're heading up into the mid-60s. Why is this? We got a big ridge in our jet stream that is building through the middle of the country and spreading east. So this is going to knock our temperatures 5 to 15 degrees above average for today, but even more than that over the weekend. We could have a top 5 warmest Easter on record in the Northeast. We'll have those numbers a little later in the show. And is it time to break back out? The Sierras will get a little break for the next 2 days, but snow returns this Sunday. Some areas have seen over 500, almost 600 inches of snow this season. 2 big winners, Mammoth Mountain and up in Jackson Hole. You guys have done fantastic. So let's look at that weekend in view, and I'll show you a little more snow coming your way today. Next system bringing us some rain showers by the end of the day as we get you into parts of the upper Midwest, including Chicago, Madison, even Minneapolis today. Tomorrow, the risk of severe weather comes back to the middle of the country, and then we get into Easter Sunday, and we're going to see that front spread out into the Northeast, bringing some rain shower chances there back to parts of the Ohio Valley as well. And we could see some severe weather pop by the time we get to late Sunday right here across western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. If you're still planning your Easter outfit, consider short sleeves. Welcome back to AMHQ early on this Good Friday. We've got a busy weekend for travel ahead, so we'll get right to it and show you what you're going to encounter on the roads getting there. Today, we've got some showers, rain possible moving up into the upper Midwest. Chicago, by tonight, we get some thunderstorms. Most of your day just dry, actually. Chicago is 69 degrees for a high. A lot of dry weather in the south. No travel issues expected on 75. If you're traveling 20, if you're traveling I-10 as well, no issues at all. We have our next system that's making its way inland in the northwest, and that continues to progress here through the Mountain West today. We'll see some snow at elevation in Idaho and into Wyoming. All right, let's talk more about what's happening for you on the roads with this rain up here into the upper Midwest. We got showers and storms on I-35. It's not going to be an all-day rain event, but there will be scattered showers, and especially into the afternoon. Some of them could put down some heavier rainfall. Lightning, of course, will be another issue, and ponding of water on the roads. That will be, one of your biggest issues for traveling. On Saturday, we look at that system spreading out here through the Great Lakes. A little piece of energy comes in and does help to trigger some possible severe weather from Iowa back down into the plains, including in Kansas and western Oklahoma. So there's that. And then we have some shower chances getting into parts of the Northeast by the time we get into Saturday. Again, not a washout, but not a guarantee that you'll keep it dry all day either. Saturday's forecast here into the plains. Let's talk about that. The chance for storms does exist from western Oklahoma right through central and eastern Kansas, northern Missouri, and into Iowa, even nudging into Wisconsin. Through the day, through the afternoon, that risk is going to go up. So if you are traveling, morning would be better, actually, as we see those storms develop into the afternoon and into the evening. Lightning, even hail, and damaging winds are all a possibility. So looking at some of the events that you could have going on in Hiawatha, Iowa, we've got our Easter egg hunt at Guthridge Park. That starts at 9 o'clock. There could be some thunderstorms around in the morning, but it truly is hit or miss. This is going to be one to watch the radar in the morning. I wouldn't call it off today until you actually see what's going on, because it's going to be very scattered in nature. All right, Sunday's forecast. We see that rain out there all the way from the southern plains along our front, which now stretches into the Northeast. So while it's going to be a very warm Easter Sunday, there will be rain moving in throughout the day, getting into parts of the